Hi there everybody, and I didn't record the first part of this journey, but I am currently just driving through the town of Alton, or the village, whatever it's called, and I am now in the back roads of the middle of fucking nowhere, hoping that there's a theme park somewhere around here. Wow, this has been a lovely drive, actually. From Devon, I took the M5 most of the way, hopped onto the M6, with a couple of detours and a couple of service stations. Ah, there's the sign! There's the sign! Okay, well, we're in. Okay, walking from the car park right now. The hotel should be just around here. Just down these stairs here. What's this? Whoa, okay, that's cool, that's cool. Come on. Paradise Plumbers Inc. Sweet. And here we are, Splash Landings Hotel. Let's go. Right, I'm gonna check in, then I'll check in with you guys. There it is, my key. Room number is 1453. Okay, we're in the lift. Lovely decoration in here, by the way. And here we are, room 1453. I've literally just walked in. I haven't even had a good look around myself yet, but look at this lovely bed. In fact, can I zoom out for this? Hang on. There we are. Got a bit of a zoom lens on now so we can actually properly have a nice look around. Oh, that fan is divine. Can it go up any faster? Oh, wonderful. It's a little bit noisy, but we'll live with it. Let's take a look at the view. Oh, we get a wonderful look at the water park. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That does not go any higher. That's not very nice. That's not cash money. Okay, you may be wondering why, oh why, I bet I look really funny on the zoom lens. I bet you're wondering why, oh why, did you get a room with 1, 2, 3 beds if you're here on your own? It's the only room I could get. This place is fully booked nearly at the moment. So I'm going to be having a very, very long time queuing. That's why I'm going to the park for like 3 days, so I can make sure I can do all of the things that I want to do. Let's have a look at the bathroom, shall we? Should be in this one here. Is that? I will not be using that, but what is this? I don't know. That's a thermostat though. I will not be touching that. Hello! Oh, I like it. I like it. Okay, okay. We're getting some lovely, lovely things on the wall here. I've got a bath! Got some cups there that do look a little... Actually, no, they don't look musty. It's just the blue underneath. Shallow basin. Kind of nice, kind of nice. And yeah, we've got the toilet. Let's just have a look. Oh yeah, that's the toilet, and it's not anything else, just in case you were worried. Let's take a look. What's this? Can I tell him to fuck off? I can tell him to fuck off. Absolutely wonderful artwork on the wall. But yeah, this is going to be my home and board for the next 4 days. I'm really excited to go through the park that I haven't been to in 10 years. Okay, I'm going to settle in. I'll see you guys at dinner. So I went down to the all-you-can-eat buffet. I didn't take any videos because, in all honesty, I'm by myself and I'm quite socially anxious. So filming and talking in public, not a thing I want to do. But also, it was just stupidly busy. It's a bad time to be here at Alton Towers, end of June. It is just heinously busy. But you know, I'm gonna take it as it comes. The food is quite highly priced, especially with the price of the hotel tickets. I think that they could bring that down a little bit, especially with how many people are here. They must be raking it in. But the food was okay. There wasn't really particularly much flavour. I had a plate of their Chinese food. I had some sort of pork thing. I didn't really get it down what I was eating because, in all honesty, there was no little signs out. There was like a menu at the top that said everything. But as someone with ADHD and who just drove for like 5 hours, I was hungry. I was just taking whatever looked nice. So I had pork in some sauce with some fried noodles, and I also had a little bit of rice on the side, and then some chips. That was my first meal, and I'm going to be really frank with you. There was no taste to it other than salt, and that was really disappointing. It was not nice. You know, like it was very beige tasting. But like realistically, when you want like a Chinese meal, you want succulency, you want flavors. But it was chewy. It tasted like it was either gravy or just like a salt mixture as the sauce. Yeah, it was really really mid. So I went back up and I got myself this time some of their spiced chicken and chips. That was a bit nicer. It was dry as all hell though. But the outer coating and the sauce was very nice. It tasted like peri peri. It actually had some taste to it, which is good. But yeah, other than that, it was very dry. I couldn't really finish it because my mouth was, you know, dried out by the chicken. But I'm not too impressed with the food from a get-go. Now, I'm not going to hold it against Alton Towers for this, but it is busy at the moment here in the hotel. There is a lot of entertainment going on. I've been crowded in nearly all the lifts that I've gotten in. It's nice to have my own space. I have chosen a day where a school visit is happening. I'm probably gonna have to get Fast Pass to be able to do fucking anything. Tomorrow is gonna be my tester day. I'm gonna want to try and ride Wicker Man and Nemesis Reborn. Everything else I can do tomorrow, the day after tomorrow. But those are the ones I need to ride now. I've not ridden New Nemesis, and I've not ridden New Wicker Man. I say New Nemesis, Retract Nemesis, or however you want to call it. But yeah, I also stopped off in the arcade for a bit, played a couple of games. Fun, nice. Any tickets that I won, I gave to the first parent I saw. I'm not here to spend my tickets. I'm here to play a couple of games with bright lights and go ooh, ooh, ah, ah, bright light. Anyway, I'm going to have a bath, I think. I know I've had a shower. I just want to relax. I've had a very long day. I think I'm going to call it a night on the filming. And then I'm aiming to wake up at 7 a.m. tomorrow to go down for breakfast. I get breakfast included. That's going to be great. I hope you can't mess up a full English buffet. Surely.
Morning. It is about 5 a.m. I had a lot of trouble sleeping last night. I think that's mostly just because I'm so excited. I think I ended up getting about 2 hours sleep. I'm gonna see if I can get maybe 1 or 2 more before I go down for breakfast at 7:15. And then we're gonna go from there. Okay, I'm up. Okay. It's about 5:30 in the morning. I didn't sleep very well at all, and I don't blame the room. This mattress is fucking beautiful. I felt nothing but true comfort. But good lord, I was excited for today, so I did not sleep at all, basically. You see the bags under my eyes? This tiredness will go away the minute I see a roller coaster. The minute I see a roller coaster, I'm gonna feel just a-okay. So, the plan for today. I'm gonna go down, get breakfast at 7:15. I think it's an all-you-can-eat buffet. I'm gonna try and eat more than I want. So then I either don't have to spend as much on lunch, or I can skip lunch entirely. Because the food here is more expensive than I think I expected. Anyway, I'm gonna drink my coffee. I'm gonna watch some early morning Gordon Ramsay with the sign language interpreter in the corner because deaf people can't sleep, apparently. As for like what I'm bringing with me into the park today, we've got our Factor 30 sun cream. I've got a power bank, my charger with said power bank, wallet. Okay, so let's talk game plan. I'm going to be going through the Air Gate, which is a gate where one can find the ride Air or Galactica. They call it Galactica now, but to me it will always be Air. That gate is just down the car park, so it's actually not too long of a walk for me. About 5 minutes, I've heard. I'm going to get there about half an hour early. I'm going to try and get there for 8:30. I've been told that the park opens its gates at 9, and then the rides open at 10. That might be false. But I'm going to go there that early because I want to be the first in line for Nemesis. I will then wait for Nemesis. Once Nemesis is open, I will ride it once, maybe twice. and then we will go from there. The idea is today I want to ride Nemesis and Wicker Man, and then after that I'm happy waiting in any queue. But Nemesis and Wicker Man are my two. I need to get on them as fast as possible to ensure that I've been on them. I don't think Rita's going to be open at all over my stay, and like I'm not really missing much there other than the fact that Intamin hydraulic launch coasters are a dying breed, and my last ride on them might have been Stealth when I last went to Thorpe Park, which was also about 5 years ago. No, that'd be more like 8 years ago. That's kind of crazy. This is my biggest theme park trip in like just short of a decade, and I am so happy and excited to be here that I literally couldn't sleep, which says a lot about me as a person. I'm doing this to wait for my coffee to cool down. That water park looks beautiful. Of course, Alton Towers does not allow on-ride filming. I'm not going to do anything sneaky. I don't want to risk getting kicked out of the park. My goal today is I want to find out, is new Nemesis better than old Nemesis? Because I've ridden old Nemesis a good couple of times. And I also want to do an honest review of Wicker Man, because I've not done Wicker Man before. But also, I just want to give my thoughts on all these rides. Last time I was here, I think it was about 2015, which makes this a genuine decade since I was last here, which is kind of crazy to say. But I was here within a couple of weeks after the Smiler reopened after the crash. And I did that thing 5 times in a row because there was no one in the queue. And my thinking was, that's going to be the safest time to get on that ride. I expect the Smiler's queue to be devious today, but I'm hoping that the single rider queue comes in clutch for that one. I'm also looking to ride Spinball Whizzer. Hopefully the wind isn't too high for that one. Flat rides and dark rides wise, I'm doing Hex, I'm doing Curse at Alton Manor. I can take or leave anything else really. Oh, you know, I might give Toxicator a go as well. That's the new one for this year, isn't it? I'm gonna go get breakfast and then I'll be right back with you to get into the park.
Oblivion, the world's first vertical drop roller coaster at Alton Towers.
Okay, breakfast was a lot better than... Oh, I've got a crack on my screen protector. Breakfast was a lot better than dinner last night. That was divine, one could say. However, as a British person, eggs, bacon, hash browns and pancakes are all I need to have a good day. Yeah, no, what do I do now? I guess I get ready and I go down and wait. Usually, you know, if I was with my family or something, they'd be like, oh, there's no point going down this early. Yes, there is a point to going down this early. To be the first in line to get in the park at 9. But yeah, gonna nip to the loo. You didn't need to know that, but now you do. I'm gonna nip to the loo, then I'm gonna get going. And then, yeah, I'm gonna be off, I guess, because there's no better time than the present. Ooh. I was talking to some people while I was in the queue for breakfast, and they were basically, I just was like, were you in the park yesterday? And they were like, yeah, and I was like, so, queue times. And he was like, get the fast pass. It is not worth waiting in those queues. You will get on only like 2 or 3 rides in a day. So I bit the bullet. I got myself the silver fast pass. I want to get on all these rides fast. I want to do as many as possible. Tomorrow I will suffer queues. Today I will not. Well, in fact, I'm gonna suffer queues because I'm gonna try and get on Nemesis first in the general queue, then re-ride it on the fast pass, and then make my way through the entire place. But looking at the queue times online before I left, 100 minutes for most rides? No, not for me. 5 minutes today. That's my goal. Okay, hair's tied back, I'm in business. Walking straight down to the park gates now to wait for over an hour. Nah, I just want to be the first one in. I want to be it. I've got nothing else to do. There's nothing else to do in there other than just sit around and wait. It is raining today. Shame, I'm just gonna rock it. I do not care. If I get soggy, I get soggy. If I get a cold, I get a cold. I did not bring any jumpers or anything with me, because the last couple of days in the UK have been the hottest of the year by a fucking mile. So, I just didn't bother. Again, you can't come on the rides with me. My mobile phone's not tall enough. So, there's Galactica just over there. This way, please. Okay, mysterious sign. Yeah, this trip has become real for me now. I am here. I have been watching videos of this place since I was like about 5. I love Alton Towers. Like I said, last time I was here was about a decade ago, and it's still one of the most memorable theme park trips I've ever had. This place is truly unlike any other theme park. I've not been to many, but I have been to Fantasialand, Europa Park, Portaventura. Okay, I've been to a few. None of the ones in America though. But as things go, and I'm definitely biased saying this, this is the best theme park I've ever been to. And here we are. Quite early, I would say, quite early. But, oh, is that Toxicator over there? That's Toxicator, I can hear it. Oh, wonderful. God, that portal is so cool. Let's see what else we can see through here. So we've got Galactica just there, and also the roller coaster restaurant. On the other side of Air, not Air, I'm going to keep calling it Air because that's what I know it as. On the other side over there, I believe we have Nemesis. But yeah, now it's just a game of waiting to be allowed in, which will happen at about 9 o'clock from what I've been told. Okay, it's been like 10-ish minutes since I last recorded something. If you can hear it, I don't know if you can, Nemesis is in the distance. I can hear it testing. I've seen it fly past a little over there. And I got to admit, the roar has been neutered just a little. It's not as loud as it used to be. And I'm sure the town of Alton is thanking Alton Towers for that. I, however, don't know if you heard that, but it is a beautiful sound when a B&M goes round a corner like that. I cannot wait to get on that thing. It looks wonderful. I've now kind of figured out it's actually just through the portal here. I can just see the last bit of track, the last helix before it goes into the brake run. And yeah, that roar is beautiful. B&M makes some wonderful rides. My favorite B&M that I've been on is probably, oh, what's it called again? Shambhala at Portaventura. But that's only because of the sheer height. I'm hoping that Nemesis reclaims its top spot, because it's just been so goddamn long since I've been on it. I was never the biggest fan of Galactica. I'm gonna go on it. Maybe my opinion will change, but I think as B&M goes, they've got a couple of rides here. Of course, you've got Galactica, you've got Nemesis Reborn, and you've got Oblivion, the world's first dive coaster. That's a fantastic ride. I can't wait to get on that one later today if it's open. You never fully know. But I am just hyped. Intamin have one ride here from my memory, which is, what's it called? 13. Oh no, and they have Rita as well, but Rita probably won't be open. And I'm only complaining just a little bit. But yeah. Whoa! What's that? Here it comes! Whoa! Okay, I'm in! Yeah, let's fucking go! I'm the first in the park! Woo! Alright. We are in the queue for Nemesis Reborn. Don't mind me. You queuing for Nemesis? I've got a fast pass today, but I don't need the fast pass right now. Okay, I just got off Nemesis Reborn. That was so fucking good. I got front row. The near misses are just insane. They added so many little things that you're so close just to fucking hitting. The speed is unmatched. You are going so fast through that course. It is the most relentless ride I think I've ever been on. The theming around this park is incredible. You've got like helicopters scattered around. Oh, what's the queue like for Nemesis Subterra? Nah. I believe I have a Wicker Man to ride. And I'm also deeply afraid of Nemesis Subterra for many reasons. One of them being it's a secret drop tower, and I'm not a fan of the special effects where they make it feel like things are touching you. Not for me. But yeah, thoughts again, just now that I've had a little minute of walking through. That was so much faster than I remember it being. And like, I could barely keep my face up. I was like being pinned into my seat. I've got my photos, so you will be seeing those photos soon. Soon we will get onto Wicker Man, and then all will be right once again. Ooh, is this the Curse of Alton Manor? I might get on that actually. If the queue is short, I might get on that. We'll see. It's a 5-minute queue. I'm going straight on Curse of Alton Manor. I don't know much about it other than maybe a couple of the jump scares have been spoiled for me, but I am hyped. This is meant to be the best ghost train in the UK.
Reports of hearing a little girl playing in the grounds of the house. No old ghost story should haunt your judgment.
Yeah, now I'm sure this is just a lovely little manor tour. But the queue for Wicker Man's probably going up as we speak. I would rather queue for a roller coaster than queue for a dark ride. But anyway, I'm going in. I'll see you guys afterwards. What the fuck? That was terrifying. That was really, really good. The atmosphere was insane. The smell pods were making the whole house seem like it was kind of musty and damp. The jump scares were great. Some of the effects weren't working, but all in all, if you see it for like a 5-minute wait, get on that. Probably the best haunted house I think I've ever been on. Here we are at the Wicker Man. The fire effects are going today. It's a 45-minute wait. Not for me. I'm fast tracking it. Let's do it. So excited. It's the only ride here I haven't done now. Let's go. Wow. That is insane. Wow. That was easily the best wooden coaster I think I've ever done. That was so fast. I was out of my seat for like literally half of that ride. That was quite honestly the most insane wooden roller coaster I've ever done. I would do it again if the queue time wasn't an hour. However, I think waiting an hour for that is worth it. I'm glad I got Fast Pass. It was basically a walk straight on. You go in, I had to put all of my items aside. But you have to do this little queue show where they tell you you're going to be burnt alive, you know, a la Wicker Man, the film. That was beautiful. So, it's coming up to 11 o'clock. And I've already done Nemesis. I've already done Curse of Alton Manor. And I've done Wicker Man. Those are the 3 rides that I came here with the expectation of, like, I need to do those ones. Nemesis was great. But I did not expect to like Wicker Man more. That was one of the best rides in this park, I think. But you're going to be seeing my photos as I go. I got the photo pass, and my expression in the Wicker Man one is simply just because I did not expect to be out of my seat for like half of that ride. That first drop, you get fucking pulled down, and it is just relentless, so fast. I will be going back on that one. Maybe tomorrow. Today I'm going to try and just get on all of the rides, and then tomorrow I'm going to try focusing re-rides. But that was one of the coolest wooden roller coasters I've done, and I've done a few. I'm now going to Hex, calm down after such a crazy coaster. Then I might make my way into Forbidden Valley for 13, then make my way down to X Sector, do Smiler in Oblivion. Yeah, brilliant day so far, and I'm only an hour into it.
Yeah.
just rode Hex for Coma Madhouse. If you don't know what that means, don't spoil it for yourself. Great ride, not going to spoil what happens in there. I feel a little bit motion sick. That's the only ride that gets me. And that's because of what happens that I can't spoil. But I'm here now at the Dark Forest. As you can hear there though, 13. I do not deem 13 a ride worthy of waiting the full queue. However, seeing as I got the fast pass, I am going to get myself on that ride. Can't wait for the first drop to have trim brakes as always. It is 80 minutes long queue. I am glad I got the fast pass. Let's get it done. Let's go on this one. But yeah, it's nearly 11:30 now. I'm on pace to do every ride in one day, and I've got a 2-day ride access. So, quite frankly, I'm winning at the moment. I ain't waiting in that queue there though. You can get it. It is long. It looks tedious for a mid-ride at best. But you get fast track on it. All of a sudden, it's a great ride. I am just walking past everyone and I do not feel bad at all. Let's go. Did it change my mind? Maybe a little. That trim on the first drop is unneeded. But to be fair, the ride does still carry through most of the elements with a lot of speed. Not worth a long wait. But if you can get that on fast track, or you can get it at a low queue, like at 30 minutes or less, that's a fun ride. But you know, as Intamins go, it's whippy, it's fun. It's definitely like an Intamin light for children. Not children, for families or people who aren't into the other Intamin rider they got right here, the absolute Insano style Rita. I'm gonna get myself a drink, I think. So I got the tandoori hanging chicken skewer. Let's give the chips a little try. A bit of bite to them. Kind of a naan bread pita thing here. I'm gonna give it an eat and then I'll let you know. Apple makes shit phones. My power bank, the phone just can't tell that it's trying to give it power. And it's like, no, I can't charge this. It uses too much power. And I'm like, no, I'm trying to charge my phone, please. I'm at 20%. So I might not be able to get full coverage of today. And I'm just going to have to figure out a way to keep my phone charged. Tomorrow I'm probably not going to be taking as many videos. But I'm heading down to X Sector now. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I've got 2 more fast passes. That's what I'm saving my battery for. So 4 more fast passes. So I've got to save my battery for that. Other than that, we'll see what happens. Here it is. The infamous Smiler. And that fucking music. It is stupidly busy today. I'm gonna let my food settle just a little bit, and by settle I mean I'm gonna go on Oblivion instead of the spinny one. But I'm about to do both. I've got fast track, so it shouldn't be too bad. Just trying to see what the queues actually are, but I don't want to stop walking. I'm keeping good pace though. It's only just hit midday and I've already done nearly all of the rides. But there it is, there's Oblivion. Smiler is, was my favorite. But at the moment, Wicker Man is sat at the top. Jesus Christ, what's happening here? I'm gonna just make my way through. Smiler is over 2 hours, wonderful. Joy of joys, I've been told because Rita's closed, I've got a second fast track for Wicker Man. That's great, that's fantastic. I'm going right back on that. Oblivion is closed currently. They had to evac the queue. It's possibly going to be over half an hour, maybe more. And if Oblivion doesn't reopen, I will get fast track for a different ride. I don't know how I feel about going on the Smiler right now with a queue like this. That is just insane. No, you know what? No, I'm going to do it. I'm here. Here we are, right underneath. Most demented ride in the park. Yeah, this is the leg crusher. Fucking hell! I did not see that one. Okay, fast track. Let's go. Okay, in we go. I'll see you guys after. My brain is soup. That was Just ridiculous. It's so dizzying, so fast. Who belong to the Smiler? All in the name of fun. The fast track saved my life there. That was like a 5-minute wait. Without that, that would have been quite legitimately just insanely long. And Oblivion is now open. Great timing. I'm gonna go on Oblivion then. I like the Smiler. I think it's fun, but it's just there's an element to it that's just like it's too much almost. I like it. I can't think about anything other than Wicker Man in all honesty. Anyway, fast track Oblivion. Just wanted to catch some of the music there, but my bag won't zip up. So far, this has been the best day out I've had in years. I can't believe I'm coming back tomorrow. I'm going to be doing single riders tomorrow. I'm not going to do fast track again. I won't mind queuing now that I've done everything. But after this, I'm going to go back to Wicker Man. Then I'm going to go to Nemesis, do my fast track on there. And then I'm going to go to Galactica. Might call it a day after that. Or I might try and get a couple more rides on Wicker Man, because that's a beast. Oh, Oblivion, you don't scare me. Used to scare the shit out of me though. Right, need my phone for fast track. I'll speak to you guys in a moment. Looks like they're not too busy at the moment, so they just put me in single rider queue instead to save the fast track. We'll see.
Don't look down.
You know what? Wicker Man might be the best ride here, and I did not expect that. My favorite was always Nemesis, and I'm gonna go re-ride Nemesis now using my fast track. But that was, I've done 2 rides on Wicker Man now, and both have been just fantastic. The fast track today has saved me. Tomorrow's gonna be probably very similar. I don't know what I'm gonna do in the park tomorrow. I don't fancy buying another fast track, but I want to do Wicker Man again. I might buy a one-shot for Wicker Man. Tomorrow is meant to be busier than today. Heinous. If I was doing regular queue times, I'd probably only just have gotten off Hex. So the fact that I've managed to squeeze so much in today is all thanks to that fast pass. But Nemesis and Galactica are next. And I might get a one-shot fast track on Toxicator as well, the new ride. So there's so much walking today. I've not done any of the sky rides. So I'm gonna have a nice, like, relax tonight. I don't know if I want to use my entrance tomorrow, or if I want to rest tomorrow, or go to the water park, and come back the day after that, give myself a respite, because it's a lot of walking to do in one day here. Once I'm down at Forbidden Valley, I'm going to do the 2 big coasters there. I'm going to do Toxicator. Then I might take a sky ride back on up to X Sector, jump on Oblivion, because I've still got 1 ride on Oblivion. I cannot forget that. We're going to be walking past Curse of Alton Manor again. Not going to be doing that one again. It was good, but I'm not going to wait anything longer than like 10 minutes for it. There's Runaway Mine Train. But yeah, I'll try and get a picture of it if I can. But every ride also has a sensory guide, letting you know kind of what experiences and feelings you're probably going to be experiencing on the rides. And I really respect that, especially for their dark indoor rides where they're keeping everything secretive. They still give you a code so you can feel like you are well enough prepared. So now, here we are, walking down the fast pass queue of Nemesis. This ride is an absolute fucking beast. I love it so much. This ride is going to cement whether Wicker Man or this one is my favorite. The order is either Wicker Man, Nemesis, those 2 are interchangeable at the moment. Yeah, Wicker Man, Nemesis, Smiler, Oblivion, 13 out of the roller coasters I've done today. First regular queue of the day, I'm here at Toxicator. Didn't need to get fast track or single rider for this one because I literally just caught it as it reopened. Oh, there it is. There's the There's the back and forth I was expecting. There's only one word that describes Toxicator, and that is unpleasant. That spun so much faster than it needed to. I didn't get wet, but the person next to me got fucking blasted. It's great, it's a lot of fun. I don't think I could do that one again though. I like top spins, that one feels a bit like it's on crack. We're doing Galactica next. Not too hyped. I mean, like, yeah, I'm excited because it's another roller coaster. But, meh, you know. Quite a slow one, quite an easy one. I like the crazy ones. I've got fast pass for it, so I'm gonna do it. Queue's 70 minutes, so it's worth it.
Okay, right. Hi, everybody. So my phone ran out of battery. Yeah, I did Nemesis 4 times in a row before the park shut. And then I got back. I went to Flambeau's Jambo again for another meal. It was a bit nicer yesterday. The reason why I did it is because I was so tired. I couldn't be fucked to walk anywhere further than I needed to walk. So there's that. My voice is already going because I was having such a good time yesterday that I was screaming on the rides, and now I have the lowest voice I've ever had. I'm gonna go for breakfast. It's 9 a.m. by the way. I slept so long last night. But we're gonna go to breakfast. We're gonna go have some eggs. And then we're gonna go into the park. The idea today is I am gonna do some small rides. I'm gonna do the rides that I missed. What the fuck is it called? A Spinball Whizzer or whatever they called it. Might even get myself on the water ride today. The whole plan today is apparently I've got to use my second park ticket today, because if I don't use it today, I lose it. So tomorrow is the water park. Today is just the calmer version of yesterday. I'm not getting fast track. I'm going to bring some headphones and I'm going to go wait in some queues. And then I'm going to get on some low-level rides. And then I'm going to try and get some more rides on Wicker Man. Because fucking hell, Wicker Man slaps. I feel like shit today, though. I'm going to be really honest with you. I wore myself thin yesterday. Thinking that I'd have a day of rest. But I am not God, and today is also not Sunday, so it didn't go in my way either of those ways. But yeah, I feel terrible today. That's the baseline. I don't know if I'm gonna film much of today. I might just give like reviews, but in all honesty, I'm done. I'm spent. I just want to chill one, and I also don't want my phone to die. I could go back to sleep, and I slept for I think I slept for 10 hours. Alright, I'm gonna stop yapping and I'm gonna start getting food, I think. Fucking A. I'm gonna leave my little teddy snuggle pup here. Hi there. He's gonna be waving for the cleaner when they come in, and I'm gonna see if they move him. Hopefully not. Hopefully they let him just sit there, be friendly. But, you know, if they put him back on the pillow, that's kind of them as well. But I want him to wave at them. I think that's funny. Off I go to the park again. It's not as late as I wanted it to be, but I got nothing else to do. And I don't want to be pent up in the hotel room all the time. So I'm going straight there. I think most people are going to be going through the monorail. I'm gonna see if the hotel entry is open, and then if not, I'll walk back and get the monorail. I just don't want to be in the crowds for a regular park opening if I get my own entry. But today is a sunglasses day. I'm probably gonna do Curse of Alton Manor again. But we'll see. And here we are. We are back in the happiest place on earth. No, it's not Disneyland. No, it's not Universal. It's right here in Stoke-on-Trent. No, not Alton Towers, just Stoke-on-Trent. I'm really happy to be back. Now that I'm back, my hip pain is gone because my legs understand the mission. And the mission is we're back in Alton Towers, baby! Ah! Oh, I thought I was gonna have a chill one. No, I'm gonna go on everything. I'm actually gonna make my way down this time. I'm not gonna start off around here. I'm gonna take a look at the queue, I think, for Nemesis. Yeah. We'll take a look. Of course we'll take a look. Maybe gonna do Nemesis Subterra today. I'm feeling a bit more adventurous. I love Nemesis so much. Let's go down and look at the eye. Let's go down and have a look at it. This absolute beast of a roller coaster.
There's the eye. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna get an opening ride on this again, I think. It's too good not to go on it. Oh my god, this thing's fucking incredible. Here it comes. Whoa, listen to it roar. And around. And here it comes. Yeah, baby! Woo. There it goes.
Nemesis was built by one of the most legendary coaster designers of all time, John Wardley. This guy has designed my childhood, basically. He did Nemesis, the original one. He also did Air, before it was Galactica. I think he helped with Wicker Man. I don't think he was like the main creative consultant, but he did 13, he did Oblivion. The man is a legend. I don't necessarily want to wait in a really long queue, but that's gonna happen today. So I think I'm gonna go walk around. I might try and get an opening ride on something, but I might also just wait it out a little. Nemesis is right here, and it is really tempting though. Oh, they're testing Toxicator. I'm not doing Toxicator again today. That made me feel like unironically really unwell yesterday. Kind of ruined half of my day. But yeah, let's have a look around.
Okay, so I've just done a bit of a walk and I found some graveyards. Someone's singing. Creepy. I think this is the Haunted Hollow. Okay. Oh, okay. I also want to go past some more spookies. I like this. This is fun. I didn't expect to find this deep in the... Looks like she's scared of birds. Oh look, it's the main character from an Amnesia game. Look at his face. Okay. Okay, I think I need to get out of here. This place is spooky. Hey there. Pleasure to meet you. Who's this geezer? Okay, a couple of hours gone past. I did a ride on Wicker Man in the regular queue. That queue was beautiful. I'm going right back to it now. Then I went to Oblivion, but it was closed. So then I walked back to what's it called, Spinball Whizzer. That queue was 60 minutes long. However, I went in the single rider queue and they let me on almost instantly. I did that ride twice in a row, walk on in that single rider queue. The regular queue looked fuming at me, but you gotta think smarter, I say. Anyway, as I said, we're on the way back to Wicker Man right now. My favorite ride in the park, see the shirt. And I'm either gonna fast pass it if it's over 40 minutes. Actually, I might just wait in the queue. I could do with a bit of a stand around. But I'll get some nice shots through that queue this time, because I didn't on my first bit, because I'm just trying to save power on my phone. So I'm kind of doing chunks of the day and then filling you in, because I did quite a lot of, like, I don't know, straight up vlogging yesterday. I think I'm going to cool it down and just enjoy my day. But I'll get some queue footage of Wicker Man, because it is truly epic. Thought I'd actually just have a rest and a sit down, and it looks like they do alcohol. So I'm having a limoncello spritz. And it's lovely. Wicker Man's next. Now that I got my energy up, I'm happy to be back here. I woke up a bit groggy this morning because I overworked myself yesterday. But I'm taking it easier today. I'm not rushing as much. Today's my extra day. Might get crazy at the end and stick on Wicker Man once all the groups start to leave. But we'll see. Is it a warm enough day to get on the get absolutely soaked in a boat game? Oh, it's kind of tempting. If I could get my own ship, pirate my own ship, that'd be great. If it's a 5-minute queue, maybe I'll do it. So I've never done it before. Let's see, Battle Gallows. The galleons. Get a queue ride time anywhere? Yeah, you know what? I'm going on it. It looks like a fun little slow ride. I said I was going to do some more of the slow rides when I was here. Am I going to get drive-by'd? I hope I don't get drive-by'd. All very, very exciting stuff, though. This queue is very long for not a lot of people. Okay, I'm going to put my phone away. No, actually, no, I like to live dangerously, because I am the dangerous guy there. Boats look really cool. Alright, let's see. No, there's no boat here. Let's just see what it's like. Okay. I hope they're not that bad on the boat, because that was not very powerful. I don't know how well it's coming across. That's the only dry patch I have. That ride incites violence in the public. That ride brings out the worst in people. That ride is cruel and unusual for those who did not expect to get blasted in the face by about 50 people in the queue line with guns. No one told me I was fighting with them. I didn't think they were my enemies. Anyway, Wicker Man time. I just had Wicker Man back row. I'm happy. That is my favorite ride here at Alton Towers. That is quite simply a joy to ride. I mean, from the airtime, the absolutely manic laterals that thing gives as well. It really throws you about. But, all in all, it did not dry me off from Battle Galleons. So, womp womp there, I guess. I'm gonna go see how long Congo River Rapids. No. I might do Haunted House again. Just because I really liked it and I want to try and catch all the Easter eggs in it. Now let's go this way to the Gloomy Wood and Forbidden Valley, because if all else fails, Nemesis is there. Or I can even take a sky ride over to Gloomy Wood, I think they called it. I don't know. Forbidden Forest, that's it. But Wicker Man is my highlight. That's why I bought the shirt yesterday, and that's why I will ride it multiple more times today. Jesus Christ, that thing's a joy. Am I partial to it because I like wooden roller coasters? Yes. But also, I don't think I'm in the wrong at all for thinking that that's the best ride here. I like the Smiler. I like Nemesis. I think they are fantastic rides. But there's something about racing around that wooden track, soaring over those hills. Oh, Jesus. It's just unmatched. The speed that thing has, the hills, the immersion, the pre-show, the big bob in the middle. Yeah, best ride here. Just looking over here, you can see traces of the old log flume. It's a shame I never got to go on that. I'm a fan of a log flume. Not so much these rapid rides, because I don't think they've really got that much to them, other than just dumping water on you. And yeah, that is what Battle Galleons was. But Battle Galleons had a short queue. Oh, runaway mine train. If it's got a short queue, I'm gonna do it. But ultimately, I'm having a great day. Just as I expected I would. But we're making our way downtown, walking fast, faces past, and I'm homebound. Right. If it's a 5-minute queue for Curse, I'm going on Curse, because that's such a fucking good ride. And I saw another thing this time, actually, that I thought I'd spoil, because it's not one of the big jump scares. It's just one of the small things that happens when you're on the car. You go past some mirrors at some point, and they make it look like she's sat on front of the car with you in the mirrors, but she isn't there. It's really cool. It's a really, really cool ride. Yeah, the queue looks short enough. It'll probably be about 10 minutes. I wonder if I'll go on with a group or not this time. That's a 5-minute queue. Yeah, get me on this ride. I think that this is one of the most underrated ghost trains of all. I do not hear enough talk about it.
Candles and torches must be put away. These displease the residents of the manor. Thank you.
But yeah, I do think that this is the best dark ride in the country, other than Valhalla, if you count Valhalla. I know some people don't. I do. So it's a ride with a soggy twist to it. But anyway, I got to put my phone down. I'm not allowed to record anywhere in here. I think I'm allowed to record the queue line bit. I'm just gonna get my phone in the bag for ease, and I'm gonna get the shit scared out of me, even though I know where all the jump scares are now. But it's just so cool in there. It's such a good ride, and for like 5 minutes, it's just worth a pop in. That's a world-class dark ride. I love it so much. It's not scary anymore, but I even noticed that time the owner of the estate's Wardley, John Wardley, designer of Nemesis, among many others. I wish that there was a way to hide that giant head looming in at the end there, because it is noticeable before the jump scare happens. I'm contemplating Nemesis Subterra. I just don't know if I want to do it. I think it'll just be more like a scary experience that I'm not really looking for right now. But also, I've never done it before. I've pussied out of it every single time I've been here. Nah, not yet. I'll work up to it. Maybe. Curse of Alton Manor is about my level of spook that I like. That one with like a secret drop tower and like air things that are meant to make it feel like something's touching you. I don't know. That's setting off my sensory stuff a bit. I think I'm gonna get some food here in the Forbidden Valley and then submit myself to Nemesis. But I'm not too sure. We'll see. I haven't dried off from Battle Galleons yet. It's bad. Don't go on it. I'm gonna guess 50 minutes. 55, I was close. Gonna get some food first, then we'll see how it goes. The Nemesis is worth it. And you know, the wait is kind of part of the ride. Oh. Yeah, the wind going right through you there. I might go to the roller coaster restaurant actually, if it's open. Yeah, let's go there. Okay, we're here in the roller coaster restaurant. It looks so cool. The kitchen's up there. I'll give you a little pan around in just a moment. But as you can see, the little roller coasters come down and do a little spiral to your table. They should have a sticker on that says, you know, names and stuff. Not names, numbers 1, 2, 3, or 4. This is great. It's got different roller coasters on here. I'm sat at the Smiler table. But I'm gonna order my food now, and then I'll get a video of it as it's coming down, hopefully. mozzarella sticks. Oh, I'm gonna have such a good meal. I am gonna be getting, let's see, the roller coaster burger, but I've taken the cheese out of it. It's apparently got roller coaster sauce or whatever that is. I don't know. Let's give it a go. I see one up there. Look at them go. So, they've got little themes for each ride, but also there's a meal stuck there. That's a shame. Here comes some. There's two, that one's mine. Okay. Had a bit of an issue trying to get the food there just because there's someone doing the demonstration next to me, but still. They come in these little tins, and they come riding right down. Right. I'm gonna get it onto the plate and then I'll show you. That looks stupidly good. Right, I'm gonna get eating and then I'll let you know what I think after. So I just ate at the roller coaster restaurant and that food was divine. That burger was lovely. They had this, I don't know what they called it, the roller coaster sauce maybe? It was an advanced burger sauce. It tasted quite pickly, but it was also kind of sweet. The bacon was amazing in there, perfectly cooked, not too well done, but yeah, those chips were perfect. Yeah, just excellent place. Best food I've had in the visit so far, and the novel experience makes it even more fun as well. I'm getting into the single rider queue for Galactica now, and we'll see where it goes from there. Again, that was Nemesis, 40-minute wait on that one, not too bad at all. I'm gonna slowly make my way down to Wickerman, get another ride in on that one. Now I'm gonna see how long the queue is for Nemesis Subterra, and I'm gonna soul read it. If I'm ready, I'm ready. If I'm not ready, I'm not riding it. I'm intrigued enough by it. I don't want to go through Katanga Canyon, really. I want to go straight to Mutiny Bay. I think no matter what, I've got to go through the Alton Manor space though. Could do Skyride, but don't think the walk is long enough to warrant that. 10 minute. Okay. Person at the front convinced me. I was like, I'm umming and ahhing, and she was like, just do it. And I was like, you know what? You're so right. I'll regret it if I don't do it. I'm not looking forward to it necessarily. Just because I'm not a big fan of drop rides. And I'm not a big fan of being prodded. But you know what? It's a horror attraction. I like spooky things. Maybe I'll actually really enjoy it. And it's Nemesis themed. I backed out of this when I was a kid. When it like first opened, my family went and did it. And I have been scared of it ever since. But you know what? I'd regret it if I didn't do it. It's only 10-minute queue. I expect it's going to scare the shit out of me, this one. Unlike Alton Manor, I don't know much about this other than it is a drop ride secretly. We'll see what happens. There we go, finally, after 10 years of being a little bit scared of it, Nemesis Subterra is done. I was not that bad. The drop is pretty fun. That's really sudden as well. The effects in there are really good. The lights going out and the lights coming back on, and the egg being broken. And then they got these little like tubes that fly around at the bottom and get your legs while there's a thing in the chair poking your back. Yeah, the effects are really good in there. elevator drop segment at the end felt really cool as well. The haptic work they've got on that is really quite impressive. We didn't have any live actors in there, which is a shame. No jump scares at the end, which I was anticipating. But it was good. I actually do think Curse of Alton Manor is scarier from like a jump scare point of view, whereas that one's more like surprising. You drop down, there's something touching your leg, and it's just like, oh, that's funny. There's nothing actually that jumps out in front of you, at least when I did it. But very fun, very, very well themed. If you're looking for scares, go in blind to Curse at Alton Manor. That one will get you more, I think. Here we are again, approaching Wicker Man, my favourite ride here at the park. This is, honest to God, my favourite roller coaster in the UK. I've not ridden Hyperia, for those wondering. That will take top spot probably once I get to ride it though. But this ride is just absolutely insane. I love it so very much. Cannot wait to ride. 40-minute queue. Let's give it a go and see what happens. I'm going to see if I can get a bit of a film as I walk through the queue, because you get excellent shots of this wonderful ride. Now, if you couldn't tell, I'm wearing my Wicker Man shirt today. Bought it yesterday. But yeah, this is easily my favorite ride in the park. It just has the full package of theming, frills, wooden roller coasters I have a soft spot for anyway, so, you know, Wicker Man's kind of cheating there. But I was queued right from the front this morning for this one. We were all walking through all of these, but we stopped around about there, so it's about the same queue as I waited for this morning. It's just so impressive. This ride has it all. It has some fun G-force, some fun negative G-force, and just some great theming.
And has ceased operation. Technical services are en route to the ride now to hopefully rectify the situation as soon as possible, but we are unsure how long this delay will be. If you are towards the back of the queue line, we do suggest checking other rides and attractions around the resort and check back with Wicker Man at a later time. We apologise for any inconvenience and we thank you for your patience.
As you just heard, Wicker Man has shut down. I'm going to wait. There's no other ride I want to do. People are going to leave the queue anyway, so I'll happily wait as long as I can get into a bit of shade, because it is hot. But yeah, people are leaving the queue. I wonder what the issue is, because they were running empty carts around. That was to clear the station, probably. Probably something with the restraints. If it's safe to run empty carts. That's the assumption. Let's see, I don't actually know how long I've been in this queue for. But there's no other ride I really want to do. And now I'm in the shade, so I'm fine. Just pop on a podcast or something. Okay, they've just announced that they've reopened it. I've been in this queue for about 45 minutes now. So realistically, it's only going to be about 10 minutes longer than what I expected, because from here is about 10 minutes. Maybe even less now, actually. But yeah, it was worth staying in the queue for this. Quite a few people left, so we still made a bit of progress. But also, this is my favourite ride. I ain't missing out on the opportunity to get on this. Nearly dropped my phone in the fucking ride area. That would have been bad. Having a break, having a sit down with a hot dog. Disturbingly pink beef hot dog there, but I'm trusting it's okay. And the lovely lady in there gave me a couple of sweet treats for free because they bin them at the end of the day. Done it twice in a row, didn't vlog the second time. This is my third time queuing for it in a row. Got myself some Diet Coke. Queue line's all the way back here, which isn't pleasant. Looks like I will be in here for another hour and a half. Not hour and a half, I mean half an hour. Which means this is my last ride of the day. Which is a shame. Wanted to get more done. But lack of fast pass is an issue. Okay, just got off Wicker Man. Guess where I am? Queue for Wicker Man. I've lost count how many times I've done this one. By far my favorite ride in the park. Park is officially closed. 6 p.m. now. Oh, sorry, I'm out of breath. I had to run to get here. I'm gonna see if I can puppy dog eyes my way onto the back row for my last ride. Whew. But no matter what, I'm gonna be happy that I rode this one so much, because this ride is such a good combination of thrills, of theming, but also it being family friendly is such a good way to get people into more intense roller coasters, because this ride's fucking intense. But yeah, it's a walk on for my last ride on Wicker Man. What an honor to be burned in Wicker. Oh. Anyway, phone away. And that marks the end of a wonderful day, or 2 days, at Alton Towers. I'm walking to the Galactica Gate. That's where my hotel is. But that was incredible. Wicker Man absolutely speeds up throughout the day. Hang on, which way am I going here? But yeah, absolutely incredible ride. I love the team that were running it. If any of you, for whatever reason, watch this video, you're all fantastic. We chanted one more time. They did not give us one more time, but I understand. They want to get home. They've got to close the ride. But I wish we did. It was a great ride. Okay, so now while I'm walking back to my hotel, let's do a little theme park review of Alton Towers in the 2025 season. Operations felt pretty good. Most queues were moving with like quite consistent rates. Even if you're waiting for a long time, you don't really stand still for a long time in this park, which is nice. Especially Wicker Man. That queue moves quite frequently. So even if you're in there for about an hour, it doesn't really feel that long. But with the ups come the downs. I feel like the single rider queues are a bit mix and match. Some rides, they are super efficient with it, and it doesn't seem to harm the main queue at all. However, like let's say Galactica, for example, that single rider queue is very, very lengthy because you only get one station, and Galactica uses 2 stations. So you're kind of left just feeling a bit weird and left standing around doing nothing for a while. But no, other than that, operations were running well.
It is imperative that all civilians obey their instructions without question or hesitation. Thank you for observing all safety precautions.
The theming in this area is also particularly impressive. Subterra, surprise fun. I don't think I'd do it again unless I was with a group that didn't know what it was. But I'm glad to have conquered my fear and my long-running theme of avoiding it because I thought I wouldn't like it, when in turn I actually did enjoy it. Got a helicopter there. Gonna be walking past Nemesis. Oh my god, is it about to start raining? I love this park. Thought Park used to be my number one, but no, it is very clearly an Alton Towers W here. Even for thrill rides, I mean, this place has, I think, Thought Park beat. You know, they've got Saw, but here we've got the Smiler. They've got Nemesis Inferno, but we've got regular Nemesis. And don't get me wrong, I love a bit of Nemesis Inferno, but there is no way in hell that it beats this motherfucker right here. An absolute insane roller coaster from start to finish. Big fan of that one. Galactica, I left feeling pretty the same about. It's mid. It's fun, but it's mid. And the new ride for 2025, Toxicator, is, well, it's dizzying, that's for sure. But yeah, all in all, I had an absolutely excellent day. This park truly deserves every accolade that it gets. And my experience here has been nothing but positive. They deal with ride breakdowns very well, they keep you informed. And the staff were all really friendly, from what I saw. So, going past my favorite element on Nemesis, now this, is this a zero-G roll or is this a barrel roll? I can't quite tell. The shaping is so obscure and it's so sudden. If it ain't zero-G, because I feel a lot of G's on that, so I'm calling it a barrel roll. But this element right here is the most insane part of the ride. It comes out of nowhere, hits you right in the face with it. It really does look like that bus is falling onto you as well, even though it doesn't move. It's just moving at such high velocity. One last look at Galactica before we go. A fun ride, but a mid ride. In fact, no. Actually, I'm gonna take that back. Galactica is really fun, especially that on your back lay down turn. That's insane, in all honesty. But the rest of it, I feel like it meanders a little bit too much for my liking, especially this turnaround after it comes back down from there and then up and then it does a little roll. I don't know, I just don't think it tackles it with enough speed. Out of the park we go. Alton Towers, I'm gonna miss you. But yeah, here's all the hubbub of everyone trying to leave. There goes the monorail. Just got back to my room. Missing that bit at the end of the bed there, but you know, hey ho. They left a little snuggle pup up there. That's nice of them. Right. Got myself a pizza. Gonna eat that. Good morning, everybody. Today is a day. Yeah, that's it. No, today is the water park day. I've got my ticket. I'm going down to Flambeau's Jambo in a minute to go get my breakfast. But yeah, I've flicked back through all my videos, and I know that there's a couple of like spots missing where I've either forgotten to record or I fell asleep before I could do a recap of the day. So I'm gonna kind of just summarize my entire experience now. So my 2 days at Alton Towers were fantastic. Whatever I want to say about the pricing of stuff, really looking at in line of buying like a takeaway, the prices here are the same as buying a takeaway. So I guess I'm more commenting on the rate of inflation in the UK than I'm commenting on the prices of this water park hotel. Let me just, is that any nicer? Is that too bright on the face? Trying to get a bit of lighting up in here, you know, good old half and half. Yeah, looking into the water park right now, and I'm looking forward to it. I love a good swim. I haven't been swimming in a hot minute, so I'm going to enjoy it, I think. There's only a couple of slides there, but I'm fine with that. I like water slides no matter how slow or fast they are, so... but most importantly, I'm just looking for a chill, fun day. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, back to Alton Towers, the theme park. I had a great time. I truly think that Wicker Man is my favourite in the UK at the moment. Again, have not ridden Hyperia. That will almost certainly take #1 spot. I think what Wicker Man for me did was it gave me the airtime that I'm a big fan of. It didn't beat me up too much, which is like my issue with the Smiler. As much as the Smiler was my #1 for so very long when I was younger. I feel like now that I am taller, I'm about like, and this isn't me trying to flex, by the way, I'm about 6 foot tall. The restraints on the Smiler dug in quite badly. Now, is it my fault that I chose to do the Smiler without holding on to flex on everyone that I'm not scared? Yes, that's my fault. But also, in retort, even if I did hold on, my head was getting a fucking beating. That ride gave me
a headache, and yeah, I did do it multiple times. Don't at me, I'm a masochist. Other than that, the ride is still great. The airtime is fun. It's fast-paced and relentless, but I don't know. It hurts just a little too much for it to be like a fully enjoyable experience. And then Nemesis, my other number one, that kind of was up there. There's nothing bad about Nemesis. The only thing that it's missing on Wicker Man is the comfortability again. Really, you are very close next to the other people, and you don't really, my arms didn't really feel comfortable in any position other than like down. And like, don't get me wrong, that's not bad, I guess, but Wicker Man, you have the leg, well, maybe not a lot of leg room, but that's fine. You're not really looking for leg room on a roller coaster, and I've been on worse. But the arm room, and you've got a little divider there. The Millennium Flyer trains by GCI. Is it Great Coasters International, GCI? I think so. It's a joy to sit in. They're so comfortable. I don't think I've ever been in a Millennium Flyer car before, but good lord, those were comfortable. The restraints, even when you're pinned, because I did get pinned on a couple of my goes arounds. Like, you still feel it, and it's very comfy. Like, even when it's pushed up right against you, I didn't feel like I was sabotaged in my enjoying of the ride. For a family ride, this thing yanks you out of your seat. It is absolutely incredible. As much as I loved being twisted and turned around, or the G-forces of Nemesis, which is clearly the more intense ride, I prefer Wicker Man, because you add all of these like elements up. It's not a tame ride by any means, but also it is toned back just enough that I think it is comfortable for nearly anyone. I think Wicker Man is the perfect, like, down the middle. It will appease thrill riders because it has those moments of ejector airtime. It will appease families because the kids can go on to it because of the height restriction. It will appease nearly anyone you can think of because it isn't going to be a head rattler. It is truly the family thrill ride that this country needed, but also the undercover thrill ride that Alton Towers needed. Anyway, I'm done absolutely glazing Wicker Man. Let's move on to something else. The flat rides and the dark rides. In fact, I'm not going to talk much about flat rides because there isn't many here really anymore, other than maybe like Toxicate. Do you count dark ride? Like, would you count that Battle Galleons ride as a flat ride? No, that's like a track ride, I guess. Curse of Alton Manor was a highlight of this trip as well. If you are here at Alton Towers, do that ride. That ride is so fun. Hex was just as good as it's always been. I can tell they revamped it. I feel like it's a bit too motion sicky for me because of what it does, but I also think if you can handle being a bit discombobulated, it is a great ride, and I highly recommend it because the theming sells it completely. You really feel like you're tumbling down this curse, this story, and discovering something that you're not meant to discover. There's a lot of rides here that I went on that I could comment about, but one that I recommend you don't go on is Battle Galleons, because Battle Galleons incites violence in the public, as I said when I was there. I got soaked, and I was wet for like 3 hours after that. I just would not dry out. It's like someone took a bucket of water and tipped it over my head. That was how wet I was for like the whole day. I thought that I would just get like a little splash and be like, oh no, I'm cool now. No. As soon as I walked in, a bunch of people joined the queue, and the queue line people get to shoot you as well. Don't worry, I got them. But like, they got me, and that's not very fun. Yeah. That was a heinous couple of days, queue-wise. I'm very, very happy day one I got the silver fast pass, which is what I'd recommend to you guys if you're a thrill seeker, because the Karma rides usually don't get that bad queues. I got on Hex in like 5 minutes on a peak day. Bear in mind that queue did go up throughout the day. I'd do calmer stuff first. And Spimble Whizzer, just do the single rider queue. Like, just do the single rider queue of Spimble Whizzer. You'll be fine. Single rider queues may actually save you anyway. You probably won't be waiting too long, because that's what my second day taught me, is that the single rider queue for Oblivion, single rider queue for Smiler, and single rider queue for Spimble Whizzer were all worth it. Galactica, I ended up waiting about a similar time as the main queue, so I'd still maybe recommend it just in case, but if you're a group of people and you want to sit together, you may as well just take the main queue, because if the single rider queue is long, you could be waiting longer, and then you don't get to sit with your party either. I highly recommend a visit. It's clear that Merlin has put a lot of thought into the theming of this park, and also, I just feel good. You know, I feel like I've had a really good amount of exercise doing this trip, and I'm just feeling happy. I don't know. It's been a wonderful couple of days, and if you liked this vlog, don't forget to leave a like and a comment. I'm sorry that my camera angles have been so bad. I'm gonna get better at that. This is my first vlog, and I'll admit, filming in public makes me feel a little bit socially awkward. But I started to get more used to it by the end of the day. Anyway, I'm going to go to the water park. I am not allowed to film anywhere near the water park while it is open. So I'm just going to give you my thoughts afterwards once I'm back home. I think this is going to be the last thing that I record here. You've seen me eat already. I'll give you my last final thoughts on the food in the hotel once I'm home. And I've kind of had a couple of hours or so to digest the entire holiday. But I think I'm now just gonna stop recording things and just focus on enjoying my last day, full day, here at the resort. So here I am, got out of the swimming pool about, I want to say, an hour or so ago, had lunch. And then I saw that there was a sign that said spa, and I was like, go into the spa. Because, quite honestly, that water park was awful. But I'll get into that later. The spa doesn't exist, the signage hasn't been updated, which is fine, I guess. And now it's tipping it down. So yeah, the rest of my day is just going to be relaxing and trying not to spend money, because there's literally nothing to do here. I was going to go do the mini golf, but not in this rain. But yeah, no, that water park was viscerally overwhelming. Not just because of the loud noise in there, but also the sheer crowds that were in there. It felt like it was over its capacity. I was being kicked in the swimming pools by nearly everyone. The queues for the Master Blaster were listed at 75 minutes. You're only allowed in there for 2.5 hours if they're at capacity, which apparently they weren't. I couldn't be in there any longer. I kind of wish I got my money back, because I didn't have a nice time at all. That was viscerally overwhelming and upsetting for me. Yeah, no, I had a horrible time in that park. So now I'm just kind of taking a chill. Okay, right. Fully packed. I'm going to do a once over at the room. But I am off now. It has been wonderful. It's been quite expensive. It's been wonderful. And God, I'm gonna miss this. I'm gonna miss the freedom. I'm gonna miss the fun. Not gonna miss the water park. But I think what I should do is, if you liked this video, comment a UK theme park down below, and the one that I see the most, maybe I'll go to. If you all say Thorpe Park, thank you. I've not been on Hyperia yet. Maybe I'll just do Thorpe Park anyway. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But anyway, my name is AJ, and you have been watching this vlog. I'm going to drive back without worrying about recording anything. Go Alton Towers, it's great. Da 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 da.